Hey everybody, it's Jacob. I'm making another video for tonight. It's about 10:15 Friday night, and I printed out the schedule for tapering off Klonopin using the Ashton manual. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Dr. Heather Ashton from the UK, and I've read a lot of the her manual, not all of it. I've read most of the tapering processes for Klonopin, and I printed it out, and I'm going to show it to my doctor on Monday when I go back to see him. And I have this weird feeling that he's not going to be very receptive to it. Um, I don't want to come across as saying, telling him his job or anything like that, but I definitely believe that, Dr. Ashton probably knows more than probably any person in the world as far as coming off of these benzodiazepines. And for some reason, I think that my doctor doesn't like to prescribe Valium, or maybe he might not prescribe Valium at all. I'm not really sure why. I don't know why Valium would be riskier to prescribe or anything like that. It seems like the um, most popular benzo that most doctors prescribe is like Ativan, excuse me, Ativan and Xanax, and then I guess sometimes in my case Klonopin. But if anybody else has ever gone to their doctor when they try to taper off of any benzo for that matter, and they want to use Klonopin to help taper them off, I'm curious if they got any, if their doctors were, open to that, or if they just, said no, we're not going to do that. I'm just kind of curious of what everybody else has gone through. Like I said, I printed off the schedule so far. I might print off some other material, but like most of you probably know, when you go see a doctor, you'll probably wait an hour, and then you'll see your doctor for maybe 5 minutes at the most. So you probably won't have much time to read it. But I'm basically going to try to maybe have some kind of script ready just to tell them this is what I want to do, and I think this will help me. But like I said, if anybody has gone through this and tried to prescribe, tried to have your doctor prescribe you Valium to help you get off of another benzo, let me know, because I'm really curious on how you went about it, and just give me some tips and everything like that. I mean, my doctor's pretty easy to talk to. It's actually not the last doctor I went to see. It's another doctor that's in the same office. It's the doctor that I normally see, and he's a lot easier to talk to as far as telling him how you feel, and he's more caring, put it that way. But anyway, my last video I made, I was talking about how the Klonopin that I was prescribed, it seemed like it's an old medicine, or it's outdated or something, because something's wrong with it, because it's definitely not working for me anymore. And it's not, I don't think it's tolerance withdrawal. I definitely don't think it's that. Something else I didn't say in my last video, besides taking Ambien to help me sleep at night, which I don't know if that was good to do or not, but my doctor prescribed it to me anyway to help me sleep. But also I had some samples of Lyrica, or Lyrica, however you pronounce it. And my doctor had given them to me, it was probably several months ago. So I've got these samples of Lyrica. I think they were 75 milligrams. And I get these headaches, and they do help for pain somewhat. I mean, they don't help as much as maybe, a Lortab or um, Vicodin. I've never had Vicodin, or Percocet. Never had that either. But just strong pain medications. They don't help as well as those. But the funny thing is that it makes me not really want to, or it makes me not want to crave Klonopin, or any benzo for that matter. To be honest, if I had a whole bunch of Lyrica, I would probably be able to stop taking Klonopin. I'm not saying that's the way to go. It most likely isn't the way to go. But I think that's why my first 2 weeks were really, really, really easy relatively easy because I was taking the Lyrica as well as the what I think is the outdated Klonopin. And once I ran out of the Lyrica, and I started taking the Klonopin like I normally was, the Klonopin had no effect on me. I mean, it really didn't. Last night I did take 2 milligrams of Klonopin, which seemed to help. It seemed like the 2 milligrams of Klonopin was basically like taking a half a milligram of Klonopin. And I also had some old Klonopin from a previous prescription that was very helpful. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the Lyrica affected me or not. I definitely think either way, I've definitely been tapering off of it, so I do feel good about that. But I have basically the weekend to go. I still have some of this, like here it is right here, the outdated Klonopin, and it helps is if I take more than I'm prescribed. And the only reason I do is because, or the only reason I may take more than I'm prescribed is because, like I said, I do think it's outdated and it's not very potent at all. So taking 2 milligrams to me seems to be equivalent to a half a milligram. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling about that. But I really am curious to know if anybody has gone to their doctor and taken or asked them to, if they could take Valium to help them get off any other benzo. And I think I read somewhere that that Valium is like a benzo derivative. I could be wrong. I need to do some more research before I see my doctor on Monday morning. But anyway, everybody listen to this video, take care, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.